So I get it, there's a lot of confusion regarding the proper order to watch the Monogatari series. Novel order? Chronological order? Anime release order? Well, worry no longer. I'm here to spell out the exact proper watch order for you to get the most enjoyment out of the series. So pay attention and I'll set you on your path. So the biggest point of contention is of course the starting point. Most people will tell you one of two things. Start with Bakemonogatari or start with Kizumonogatari. However, both of these are actually incorrect. You see, Monogatari is a highly referential series. It goes on a number of tangents about varying topics and expects you to pick up on these references at a moment's notice. So I'd recommend making sure you've seen a few classic anime first. Because the series may reference anything from Evangelion to Doraemon, just to be on the safe side, I'd go ahead and watch every anime released between 1986 and 2004. So now you jump into Bake or Kizu, right? Wrong. In addition to being highly referential, Monogatari is also very heavy on wordplay, most of which does not translate. So your next step is actually to buy a copy of Rosetta Stone. If you want to double down on this step, you could also get a degree in Japanese language or just move to Japan for a couple of years. And honestly, either of these options would probably be cheaper than Rosetta Stone. So you're now fluent in Japanese and understand the complete pantheon of classic anime. Congratulations! You can now start Monogatari. More specifically, you can now start with Bakemonogatari. While starting with Kizumonogatari may seem to make more sense because chronologically it occurs before the events of Bakemonogatari, Kizu is actually the second book in the series, after Bake. Watching it first would thereby deprive viewers of context that the author was assuming they would already have. More importantly though, watching Kizu first legally registers you as a bad person. You will be banned from living within a certain radius of anime shops, and you have to introduce yourself to your neighbors as a bad person every time you move to a new neighborhood. So just watch Kizu after Bake like a good person and go on to be a productive member of society. The next two are pretty easy, you just continue on to Nisei Monogatari and Nekomonogatari Kuro. The only twist with this is that, for Nisei Monogatari, instead of watching all 11 episodes, you actually just want to watch episode 8 11 times. That's because it is so relevant to the plot that it is the only part of Nisei that anyone will ever talk about. I honestly don't know why though. Monogatari series' second season is up next for you. Why is it called second season if it isn't the second season? Shut up! Because this season covers a bunch of separate arcs, I actually recommend that you read the light novels for this part instead of watching the anime. That way you can be a pretentious jackass who mercilessly clowns on people who haven't read the light novels. Because the most important part of being a Monogatari fan is making sure that everyone knows you are the best Monogatari fan. After second season, you'll want to go ahead and read all of Monogatari author Nisio Isen's other works. They're all great, but that's not why you need to read them. You need to read them so that you can be a pretentious jackass who mercilessly clowns on people who haven't read all of Nisio Isen's other works. Because the most important part of being a Monogatari fan is making sure that everyone knows you are the best Monogatari fan. After that, you should go ahead and watch the Silent Hill movie. This really isn't necessary, I guess. I just think it's a little underappreciated, and I thought it would be neat to have someone to talk about this movie with. So next you'll want to read the visual novel for Fate Hollow Ataraxia, as that's the canon sequel to Fate Stay Night and serves as a solid continuation of the game. While the main three routes of Stay Night leave a little bit to be desired in terms of being conclusive, Hollow Ataraxia wraps everything up nicely. Although I'd really be fine if the ending of Unlimited Blade Works was the canon ending across the board. I don't know, I just think that Shiro and Rin had something really special, something that maybe they could work with to... Then you'll skip the last two episodes of Evangelion and go right into End of Evangelion, because this makes the ending make so much more sense. And honestly, you can just skip Taken the Great Juju Challenge entirely. It is so different from the previous two games, it's almost completely unrecognizable as part of the franchise. What series was I talking about? And lastly, you'll want to watch Koyomi Monogatari. Easily the best part of the franchise and not at all a snooze fest. You want to end here instead of with Owari Monogatari and Zoku Owari Monogatari, because if you pretend that the Monogatari series isn't over, it never has to be over. And that's it! You have now watched Monogatari in its entirety and in the best order possible. So just to recap, the order is as follows. All anime until 2004, Learn Basic Japanese, Bake, Kizu, Toothbrush, Night at the Museum, Cars 3, Fate Prisma Ilia, Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. Easy, right? So as a huge Monogatari fan, I just want to welcome you to the franchise and let you know that if you're thinking about starting up the series, don't.